Welcome inside. The noise you hear around me, the sights, the sounds. It is going to be an exciting building as it's the Lakeland Rustlers, the hosts. The crowd has filled in. An undefeated season on the line for Chris King and company. They're elite offensively. They're elite defensively. They have it all Canadian. They had the player of the year.
Chris, I know for sure, had that countdown on his phone every however many days it was till our national final. He had it, and since we heard that we were hosting nationals, I think he started the countdown on his phone.
You guys are going to be able to beat them side to side. You're going to be able to beat them off the bounce as well, right? Be aggressive, be confident in ourselves. We've practiced more than everyone else. We've played more than everyone else. We've won more than everyone else. This is it. This is all that's left to do, okay? Go out, have fun together, enjoy this moment. We're all in this together. Here we go.
I'll ever be able to recreate that feeling of just pure joy and excitement and just being so proud to be a wrestler and wear that jersey and to be in that position. I'm so proud to be a part of this team.
As I get into the court and I just see a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of orange, a whole bunch of green, a whole bunch of white, just Rustlers colors, and all our little kids that we train on Sundays, and there was so many people that I had seen that were there that had been to our games.
At one point I could feel boards in the floor rumbling from the stomping and stuff, which is just, as a college athlete and a college coach, that is the coolest environment.
Okay, but the most special thing for me is it's not, when we were in VIU, I bet you they didn't know half of the people that were there at that game in the stands. I'm that's not the case. It's not a gym of 800 students that we don't know or random people. It's our families, it's our friends, it's the community, it's kids that we know personally. Everyone in that gym was there for us personally because they knew us personally. That's what made it so special, was it wasn't just filling the gym, let's fill the gym. It was those people wanted to be there because they know us and wanted to cheer us on. And that's something that's so cool and you're not really getting anywhere else.
When I stepped on that court, I felt like I was doing this for those people. I seen my parents up in the stands and I was super thankful for where I was and super grateful that they came and they got to experience this with us as well.
Lights, camera, action. Lakeland has been waiting for this since they got the bid, and a team with the perfect record this season at 20-0, and the hosts are going to get the party started officially here on your Wednesday evening. They break the goose egg. Active hands right away, and a strip by the senior in Olsen. Works baseline, switches left hand off, Payne for two.
The hands in the lanes are really causing problems for them, right? So keep up the pressure, communication, know who has shooter, know who doesn't have shooter here.
Three, splash! And a 5-point lead, and right on cue, she gets to work. Swung around the wing, tic-tac-toe, straight away, three, flush! A pair of three-pointers by Missy Nuku.
We launched the ball that game. We shot it a lot. That wasn't the game plan, just for the record. The game plan was to attack them off the bounce and spread them out and attack a little inside. But they gave us so many threes, and it was one of those nights that all of our shooters were in rhythm. Every shot was a good shot. Every shot was an open shot. We shot 50% from three.
Bang! A fifth three-pointer in the first half, and they're 50% from the land beyond now. It's a throttle of three-pointers here, and they're up 9.
But no, that game was definitely a Rustlers game, and everyone came to do their job. Everyone did a really good job at doing their job. No, but that was crazy. Raining threes?
To the wing they go, and Aya, contested three. It's been a first half of threes. There's 6 of the first half so far in a 12-point lead.
Guys, come on!
By the Rustlers, good active hands. Second time rattled around there. Second time's a charm. Good looking finish with the right hand. Starting to really unravel here.
That was one of the funnest basketball games I've ever been a part of. On the floor, off the floor. I'm sure as a fan, that was the actual just genuine fun everyone was having during that was so fun. So fun. I just said fun 17 times. But it was.
Nuku, thinking about it, will accept on the left side. Step back. nylon. And that's the end of the first half. The three-point shot, a dizzying array to say the least. They're 9th of 17, and they lead by 16, 48-32. What a first half for the hosts.
To have that as the first game at home, I think that really built the excitement in the community and the fans, seeing us win that. And I was hoping that was our nerves getting out of the way. I was wrong, but I was hoping that, okay, now we can just play.
Perfection lives another day. The Lakeland Rustlers, wire-to-wire performance and a 41-point victory, 96-55. The Lakeland Rustlers and the hometown favorites with their spotless record during the regular season and postseason put it on the line once again against the champions from Quebec and the Champlain de Saint Lambert Cavaliers. The Cavaliers, they were ranked number 1 in the country for 11 straight weeks last year. They fell in their conference semifinal. They're younger, they're hungrier, according to George Germanos, and he's going to let them fly tonight.
So that was a matchup that the coaching staff argued about. I was a little worried about the matchup. Tori liked the matchup personnel-wise. When you see those 6'3" athletes, Lanifa and Frost.
Like tall and long, and watching them on film is one thing, but I remember so vividly when we got out there, and I'm like, oh, she's like more than a head taller than Alana. Like, I was sitting there standing behind her, and I was like, I don't know what I told myself of how tall that she was supposed to be, and I was sitting there and I was like, huh, that's definitely not as tall as I thought she was.
Lanefa, she was like the 6'1" maybe? And Haley was gonna guard her, and we were like, whoa, that's like but also every matchup Haley gets, we're like, yeah, okay, Haley will take care of that. Like, we weren't worried about it, even though there was like a 4-inch height difference or whatever it was.
Those are D1 athletes, all three, they're 3 top players assigned D1.
I think the Rustlers are putting a lot of defensive pressure. I know on both sides here, I can tell by the way they're playing defense is that the coaches stayed up real late last night, making sure they're getting their scouting down. And
I thought our defense was really good. We did a great job on Frost. We were able to keep them to the outside, make it a little bit of a grinder game, and we did just enough to execute.
Kudos to Chris and our coaching staff. That is usually our game plan. We're gonna take away the strengths of the best people and make other people have to make up for it, or make them have to go to a secondary move or something like that. And I think that was really evident in that game, that we were going to make them have to do other things and make them uncomfortable, and we did just that.
She is having a frustrating evening so far, to say the least. For the third year, that is second in points per game at 14.7 and fifth in field goal percentage at 45% on the season for her team.
Haley's defensive effort against Lanefa was outstanding, which that always is such a spark for us when she's gonna make huge plays like that. That's gonna spark our offense, and she was making huge plays on the offensive end too, which really helped us.
Pick her up there after she crashed on the pad of the floor. Gets a turnover there. 1-2 step. A patent here on the west side of the country in the prairies, and we have a matchup with Renee. Nuku goes behind the back. May I have this dance? And Garda goes to work with the left hand and opens the scoring to begin the second quarter right on cue.
Such a presence inside that regardless of if she's 100% or not, she's gonna make a difference because she can score at 3 feet. It was huge for her to come in and do that, and for only play 10 minutes, and she had 10 points, and I think she literally could have had 30 just based off of how many looks she could have had or missed.
As soon as she's on the floor, teams either go zone or they gotta pack in against her, and then it allows a lot of our other players a little more space. So when she's not there, it felt like teams could pressure us up, be a little more physical, knowing that we weren't gonna attack the paint as much.
Football outlet works. What a dime.
Chris wasn't even looking at me, and I'm because I thought I was going to get in trouble for doing that pass. I looked at Chris and I was like,
seeing it from every angle that people kind of got it from made it more cool and more realistic. And that was a big play for us too. Every point was counting at that point. That was a nice basket to get us another 2 points.
and the ball just skimmed Frost's hand and fell into Lena's. And I think it was like a 4-point game or a 6-point game at that point. I don't remember the margin, but Lena just caught it and laid it in. And Missy looked at me and did the Michael Jordan, I don't know. And that was like, I was like, that's king. Like, there's no way they're gonna.
They wrestled, they tussled, but they could not solve the puzzle. The Lakeland College Rustlers. A spot 0 in the record books. Another win added in that column. They move on to the national championship, a 64-54 victory in semifinal number 2.
Never been in a semifinal before, so that was like crazy that we were gonna go play for one. And then once we won that, it's like we've never played in a national title, and we knew all year that like that's the game we wanted to be in. So to actually like accomplish that was like, okay, like now let's go get it done. Like we've played in the 2 hardest games.
Started with 8, and now we're here at the championship gold medal game, and it's going to be a barn burner, folks. The hosts, the Lakeland Rustlers, put their perfect season on the line one last time in front of the hometown crowd here at Lakeland College Gymnasium in Lloydminster, Alberta, against the Lambton Lions, a team of first, and you see those medals on the line. They try and claim their first ever national championship.
Very last game of the season and our game that mattered the most. I think in the team room, you could definitely feel the nerves. There was a national championship finals.
Box out. I full screens, keep penetration to the outside. Then looking to get downhill, flash cuts.
This is what we said from freaking bomb drop. Like, this is why we're here. Let's just go and do what we know how to do. Put on a show, have fun.
This is what we came to do. This is what we've been working towards the whole year, and now we're here. We made it this far. Like, we won at ACAC, we undefeated throughout the whole season, won everything possible, every single award possible.
Take it all in, enjoy every second of it. We're never gonna have this team again. We're never gonna get to do this again, so let's go out and literally enjoy every second of it. Take it to them, play our game. We're the best team here, we know that. Everyone else knows that. We're gonna have the crowd on our side. It's gonna be electric, literally. And I said this at ACACs, but like, we know what we've done for the last year to get to this point. Oh, no point in stopping now.
I think our team knew that Champlain was like a huge hurdle, and I think that they felt it, and I was worried a little about the come down off of that, but the fact that we had 2 days to prep for Lambton really helped. But nothing's for granted, and OCAA is a good conference, so to come out of there and beat all those teams, you got to be a good team, and to win that side of the draw, you
Just
also
make
gotta
sure
be
we
good.
enjoy it, right? Take a breath when we're out there. Take a breath. Like, this is the same game we played all year, right? We've prepped since August for this. We knew this was coming. This is our goal. This is our goal to play in this game, right?
Yeah, we didn't come here for silver, we came here for gold. Like, it's not going to get given to you, you guys have to go and get the sucker. 3 fifth years, enjoy your last game. Go play hard. But everyone just play this game like it's your last, like your life depends on it. Go get that gold, you guys have earned it all year, you deserve it, so go get it.
Yeah, keep playing together and have fun, right? That's when we're our best, so here we go.
Yeah, hey, listen, we've out-competed everyone, every single game. That's what it's about. Fucking out-compete. You want to win this more than they do, and fucking show them. Let's go.
Elsie!
I'm already
Everyone, up to me, please. I believe.
I believe.
I believe that.
I believe that.
I believe that we will.
I believe that we will.
I believe that we will win.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
F5A pushing guard, all the way from New Zealand, number 6, Missy Newton. Maidstone, Saskatchewan, number 9, Alana Olsen. From Regina, Saskatchewan, number 10, Jason Todd. Number 11, Haley
Nuku, Olsen, Cook, Summers, Leafers, and the rest of this Lakeland Rustlers squad. An undefeated season at play and a gold medal for the home side. And the Rustlers win the opening tip-off here. Player of the year, Nuku left all alone. Bang! That's one way to start this party here on your Saturday night. The 7-2 lead. Square up, Jay Nylon. Now quiet the crowd for a second here in the second year, and Goffer gets it to go. Just talked about the family aspect. Can they clip it the other way? Bank stays open late on your Saturday night. And the crowd approving of that money on the right wing. The shot clock fully here. And off the inbound, the Lions try to work. Two-step inside. That's a one-point game.
It was such a grinding game. We had to pull through for that game.
They grinded. We got in huge foul trouble. Missy got in foul trouble early. We had to take her out in the first, and we had to take her out for a huge chunk of the third and the fourth. And they took advantage of a couple defensive miscues and really like hung around. You know, they were hanging around, and they cut it to 2 and they cut it to 4, and then we push it back up and they cut it. They really stuck with it, and credit to them. Their game plan, they executed it well. We did not shoot it well. We had a ton of open threes early in the game and we missed them. And this is kind of what Nationals is about. Like when your main thing doesn't work, you got to figure it out.
The Koi reverse. Betha Menard on the feed. Van Hooft and Aya says the block party is going to be going all night here in Lloydminster if you keep coming into my office. I wanted a foul. Chris King, you're not going to get one, but you'll get the and one.
We didn't give up. And I think that was like what was our thing all year, was that we were just going to have more in the tank than everyone else. We were deeper. We were, I think, more prepared. Like we just, I think, always had some level up on teams. People were making huge plays that like just like shifted that game.
Pilgrim's on her tail, chasing Fisher. Pilgrim says, have the journey back to Ontario with that block.
Would you say that's almost LeBron-esque there, Greg?
As that game went on and we're grinding and Lambton's being super physical, I think we went to Allie in the first half a little, and then we went to her almost exclusively down the stretch because she can rebound, she can handle the ball, she can attack the rim. And we just know like she's confident enough to make these plays, and her maturity really showed. And
it was a huge moment, and that Allie's moment was even huger. I've never seen, I don't know the last time I saw someone get like a behind block like that in our league. Maybe Susan, maybe Alana, but for it to be Allie was like, that's iconic. Like that literally will live on forever.
That depth we talked about before the game, we talked about in multiple contests where they were just able to roll you out and punch you multiple times in the face and not have a drop off defensively or offensively. It's been the story of their season, and it's showing here at the very end as well.
That's kind of our team. Like you score on us, you can take momentum, you can hype yourself up and cheer, but we're going to come right back down and punch you in the face again. And our team never seemed wavered with any of that. I thought we were very composed all year. We made mistakes. We turned the ball over. We did some dumb things, but when push came to shove, if you made a play, we were going to come back and make a play and say, you got to do it again. And you got to do it again.
Lakeland, you may not be Cinderella, but the glass slipper fits just right, and it's gold. Rustlers Nation, you have your fairy tale ending. Perfection lives forever. The Lakeland Rustlers go wire to wire this year. They are your CCAA Women's National Champions.
The actual like clock ticking down to 0 and then running on the floor with everyone, like there is nothing that feels better than like celebrating a win like that with your team. And that's like that moment, and will literally be one of my favorite moments ever.
Your tournament MVP of the 2024 CCAA Women's Basketball Championship. playing in her 5th and final season and her final home game from the Lakeland Rustlers, number 11, Haley Summers.
Like sharing moments like that with your best friends of like highs and lows of sports. But the like amount of like sadness and defeat, and like we would be back there one day, but like in that moment we didn't. Like we're sitting there 2 years ago having lost that game with Jaden's torn ACL. It's been Tori's last year ever, and unsure if we're ever going to be able to get back to that place. Lots of things about like stars not aligning properly, and this year is the perfect storybook ending, but in my heart, and that's definitely one of those big pieces for me too, because the sport's so important to all three of us and has brought us so close, and something that's never gonna change is the closest that we have of it.
I could guarantee you nobody had worked as hard as we have throughout the whole season, preseason, off-season. We had worked so much, and we were telling each other that like we were doing this for our biggest goal, and we had did like a vision board at the first thing of the semester, and it was like just to win nationals, and then we wrote all our little goals around winning nationals. And I think seeing our dream and seeing our goal come to life was just an unreal feeling, and it was like such an eye-opening experience.
Well, that party is just starting here at Lakeland College Gymnasium and in Lloydminster, Alberta. A 0 in the loss
That was
category.
almost a fairy tale-esque, to be honest, to do it, to finally, you know, this is year 15, to finally win a national championship and have that at home. I stood back and I was watching the girls run on the floor and just seeing all of the crowd, and that's a moment you can't take away from anyone, no one on our team, and that will probably never happen again, right? Like, to host that championship and be at home was so cool. I can't explain how it felt. It was almost like a numbing feeling. You know, you want to win, you think you can win, but to actually do it, so many things have to go right. Injuries, good breaks, fouls, all those things, like just matchups, even like things have to break right. So very blessed. I did not take it for granted.
Chris, I couldn't have enjoyed this ride more with all of you guys. It's been an unbelievable season, okay? Embrace today. It doesn't happen very often that you get to be in a national final, especially winning on your home floor. It's just fucking amazing. Good job, guys.
Let's go!
Lakeland Season ACAC.
Alfie, baby.
Oh, it's stretching my pants out here. Let's see. Pass it out of bounds, pass it out of bounds, pass it out of bounds. Didn't mean throw it at a kid really hard. I just meant pass it out of bounds.
You will remember forever, and you guys will be bonded forever from it.